These millionaires I know, bro, they don't waste time thinking about, should I do this or should I not do this? No, it's like, all right, what are we doing? Okay, let's do it now. What do we have to do it? Okay, let's get it done now. It is such a decisiveness about them when they say, hey, we're gonna do this, it's gonna get done. And it's like they're not worried about if it will work or if it won't work, because guess what? They use both of them as a learning lesson. If it works, cool, great. I'm glad I did it. If it doesn't work, hey, what did we do wrong in the midst of trying to get this done right? And they learn from that right there, and then they just continue to grow.
Impact. 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 In fact, my hustle is intact. In fact, my hustle is intact. In fact, my hustle is intact. My muscle tough as the hustle, the numbers is just that. And I'ma keep winning and sit back. I love the feeling of killing them with that. Attacking the process, tackling topics, master synopsis. This the residual impact, yeah.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your man, Brandon Gio.
And your man, Jermichael Moore.
And we are the Residual Impact Podcast. Here we inspire others to find the greatness within themselves
and then apply to their communities.
Let's grow.
It's the Jordan episode right here.
23.
Champions.
We here again.
Ooh.
Another one. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
If you're new to the channel, go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I know you guys are watching us on YouTube anyway, so might as well just go ahead and hit that subscribe button because you're going to like the content that we continue to bring you guys. While you're here, smash that thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss when we upload an episode.
Big facts.
Make sure you also drop a comment down below. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, which I don't know why you're not, but if you're listening to us on the many podcast platforms we are on, which by the way, we're on all major platforms, go ahead and follow the podcast if you're not following us already. And do not forget to leave us a rating. We'd greatly appreciate it. Let us know what we're doing right. Let us know what we're doing wrong. Let us know what we can improve on. And let us know what you love. So we definitely appreciate that. With all of that out of the way, Mike, how was your week?
Man, week was very productive. I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty tired right now.
Boy, who you telling?
So, it was good. It was good. I'm trying to think if there's anything like really significant that happened.
Right.
Other than, just the weekly stuff. Nothing really crazy. More so just I'm in this place right now where I'm really in like a leadership role, so I'm like learning how to manage people, time, resources, and it's definitely stretching me and the things that I'm capable of. So it's putting me in an uncomfortable situation, but so you already know when you're in uncomfortable situations, that's typically when growth happens. So
right.
That's just where I'm at right now in my life. But it feels good, though, to be at this place right now. I can't lie. Okay.
No problem. That's what's up, man.
But anyways, enough about me, B. How was your week this week, man?
Boy. My week was stressful.
Stressful? Uh-oh.
Stressful. Yeah, I didn't even get to finish editing the podcast episode from last week, yo. So all of you guys listening to this right now, you probably coming right after episode 22 because it's going to be a double upload week.
Uh-oh. Double up.
This week has just been full of nothing but work. As you know, like I'm just out here grinding, working on building a solid set of funds that we can use to invest back into the podcast. Like for real. I don't really have any significant bills due this month, for February, but it feels like December all over again, where I had a ton of significant bills, plus Christmas presents to buy, plus getting ready for, my birthday in January and stuff like that. But at the moment, man, it's February. It's a calm month. It's a chill month. I don't got to do nothing for Valentine's Day, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even really celebrate holidays like that anyway, but I don't have anybody at the moment to celebrate Valentine's Day with, so that's good. I don't got to spend no money on nobody.
Understandable.
But I'm going to take the money that I'm working hard for right now. Like, I'm seriously putting in late hours at work, pulling double shifts, the whole nine, just so I can get this bread
Yes, sir.
and get us some new equipment, man, because the people who've been asking to be guests on the show, and with only 2 mics, it's gonna be a little difficult.
Yeah, most definitely.
So I want to start getting everything that we need to build and to grow, so that we can, like, not only grow this podcast as an entity, but the two of us can continue to grow as individuals by learning from other people's experiences and other people's thoughts and words as they start to come on our show as guests.
For sure, that's true.
So yeah, man, that was my week in a nutshell. And boy, I'm still not done with last week's episode, as we are recording this today. But of course, once it goes up, I'm sure it'll be finished, because I'm not uploading this episode without uploading the last one.
No, understandable.
So
keep that that organization that we got with the sequence of number. I understand. Trust me, brother.
Yeah.
But we don't want you to be stressed, man. We don't want you to be stressed.
Most definitely. I just know that, you take on extra responsibility. So, I commend you for that. Both you and your wife, y'all are doing phenomenal jobs, man. Whatever it is that you guys got going on. I mean, if you want to share it with the people, by all means, but that's your business. I'm not here to tell your business. But yeah, man, like, you're pretty lit, man, with what you got going on. I commend you for everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
You're an amazing person. You've always been an amazing person. And I see your drive. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to go into this podcasting space with you versus anybody else.
Oh, most definitely. Thank
you. Yeah, man. Where you lack, I got to pick up. I'm not saying you're lacking in this space. I'm just saying, like, where you had the podcast editing going for a little while, but I had to take back the reins because, you are... you taking on extra responsibilities. So congratulations on those extra responsibilities. And I can't wait to the day that we no longer have to take on extra responsibilities, because we at the point of our lives where it's like, remember when we used to do that back then?
Facts.
Remember when we had to do so many hours at work and then go do something else?
Yeah.
So
big facts. And that's, man. But that's what I'm noticing too, though. It's like, even with the stuff that I'm doing now, it's like in the positions that I'm in, I remember working to get to some of the places that I'm at now, and I noticed the work, it actually gets easier because of when you work so hard to get to that place. But you get to a point where now, like, you're overseeing everything. Right. So I feel like with this is a part of how, like, when I first started at, with the stuff that I do now, it's like, this is like the groundwork.
Mm-hmm.
So putting in all that heavy lifting, all those hours in now, so that later on, man, we just going to be seeing the fruits of our labor. So I know that's what it is, man.
I'm ready for it, man, because like I said in the last episode, which, again, the people should have heard by now, when you learn to work smart, you'll never work hard another day in your life.
Yes, sir.
Because smart work beats hard work every single time.
Yes, sir.
Right now, we are putting in this hard work to get to where we have to go, but this hard work is contributing to the smart work that we are, like, really looking to invest into.
Yeah, most definitely.
And once we take off with that smart work that we've been, putting in after the hard work, then it'll definitely all be worth it to me.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. This is not going to be in vain whatsoever.
Yeah, so future us, when you guys are looking at this episode, when y'all are at, like, episode 250 or whatever the case may be, episode 400, just remember us now. Remember how you guys are now.
Yeah.
Remember how you look now, and how your pockets look now, and how you think now, and how much different it'll be in the future.
No, that's actually real talk. That's actually really good to say, like, because it will be different, and we will be looking back like, man, like, dang, look at us, look at where we started, and we didn't even have that much money in our pockets, and we were wanting to be at this place of, wherever we are at that point in time.
Right.
It's just, I know that's important to think, so I'm grateful. I'm actually grateful for this moment right here. Even though we're not there yet, I am grateful for this very moment to say, man, I know where I'm going, and I know we gonna end up at.
That's what's up, man. I'm grateful for this moment too.
Nah, big facts, man. So first, we gotta congratulate a legend, an icon, man. What else is she?
She's everything, man. She's
like,
definitely a living icon. I guess we can kind of put her up there, like, yo,
B, she's, man,
Miss Super Duper Fly herself.
Yeah.
Miss Put My Thing Down, Flip It and Reverse It herself. Shout out to Missy Misdemeanor Elliott for becoming the first female rapper to have 6 consecutive platinum albums. Yo, that is a major, major feat. And yo, I've been listening to Missy Elliott since I was like 9, maybe 8 or something like that. Like, I've been listening to her since like the mid or late 90s, yo. So
we think about it. We're not talking about singles, bro. We're talking about
albums, right? Consecutive, meaning in order. For those people who don't like really think about how consecutive works, right? 6 albums in a row, platinum.
That's amazing. Yeah, she was due. Yeah, I think about it. In the 90s is when I was really put on to her. You got to think about it, bro. She was one of the hottest out. Like, you talking about record after record after record. Like,
right.
Putting out. And what a lot of people don't even think about, too, is, like, she is responsible for the success of so many other people as well, as far as, like, her producing records or her finding talent of people. Like, that is a whole nother, like, realm that she's in on her own, too. So, dude, she is most definitely should be congratulated for this.
For real. And that's not, like, an easy feat to accomplish, yo.
Right.
For those of y'all who don't know, what it means to have platinum albums, it means you have sold 10 million copies or more.
Wow.
10 million copies.
Wow.
6 albums back to back, platinum. 10 million copies sold each or more. Her last album was platinum certified.
Wow.
January 26, 2022. So just a few days ago as we're recording this.
Man, that's amazing, man. I'm so happy for her. Because she really is, like, it's not only, like, that she, you know, has these platinum selling albums, but she was, like, a really a leader as far as her creativity.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the biggest things I used to remember about her. It was, like, creativity out of this
Between
world.
her and Busta Rhymes, yo.
What?
Their music videos were just, like, awesome to watch.
Heck yeah.
I always look forward to watching Missy's videos and Busta's videos. And even to this day, so many people are emulating them.
Yep.
Like, you can get a trash bag, poke holes in them, and just be, like, Missy in the video. Like, I saw on Twitter, this dude had... He had like a whole bunch of trash bags on him. And he had like a bicycle helmet on his head and some goggles or some sunglasses. And he was imitating Missy Elliott. So much so that Missy retweeted it. Oh, yeah. And she was laughing. Like, yeah.
She be retweeting a lot of people that reenact a lot of her old music videos and things like that. And because I seen somebody doing something similar to that one with the trash bag and in the rain and dancing and stuff. And it's just dope, man. It shows you that she was on to something. She was ahead of her time.
For real.
So
her creativity was just like out of this world, man.
Yeah, dude. She's amazing. She really is.
So congratulations to Missy Elliott.
Yes, congratulations,
And next on the docket, you know, people been celebrating their success lately. You know, we just talked about Missy Elliott celebrating her success.
Yeah.
How else have other people been celebrating their success lately, Mike?
They've been showing normal people that money ain't a thing. That's what they've been showing them. They've been showing that clearly that they don't trust banks with their money. That's what I'm seeing.
Yo, this money challenge has been kind of getting out of hand here. You know, people been flexing with wads of cash, just spelling out different words and phrases and taking pictures to post on the gram with all this cash. Yeah. I mean, I've seen several celebrities do it. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, normal people started doing it. Yeah. And it's like, yo, who made this trend, you know, recently? Because, I mean, people have been doing it for years. Yeah. 50 Cent actually came onto Instagram and, you know, he said, when I look back at some of the ish that I did, I be bugging out. I see all these new versions. I like all of them. So 50 was trying to claim, like, he started the money challenge years ago. Yeah. And then here go your boy Soulja.
Come on, you know, Big Draco.
Huh? Soulja Boy, tell him. Who? Mr. I was the first to do everything.
Man, stop playing with me. What? I'm the first nigga to do all type of shit.
Oh, now Big Soldier. Big Soldier. SOD Money Game. Come on, man. Put some respect on Big Soldier.
He came on IG talking about I was the first to do it. And he put up a screenshot of one of his music videos from 2016. Even though people have been doing this since way before then.
Yeah.
But, you know, I guess he was poking fun at himself because he threw up some laughing emojis. Because he claims he's the first to do everything. You already know how he is.
But I asked myself, after looking at all these people, you know, post all the money thing, the first person I seen do it, or who sparked this whole thing off again, was NBA Youngboy. Mm-hmm. And I think when he actually initially did it, he was trying to, like, start something with somebody else. But I ain't gonna get into that because I ain't about the drama.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, it was originally started with, like, him and Dirk. And they were sending like warnings to each other. I don't know. Okay. You know, but you already know how to go with rap beef and stuff. Yeah. But I asked myself, okay, the rest of these people that are doing it, are they just followers or are they doing it for the clout? Because if you look at it, it's just one person started this and now everybody's doing it on the internet. Yeah. So, bro, like, are we just followers at this point? Possibly.
I mean, I've seen Carisha from the City Girls do it. I forgot who else I've seen do it recently. I know Nick Cannon did it. Yeah. With toilet paper.
Smart man. Smart man.
Very smart man, especially for what he spelled out. And we're going to get to that in just a second. But I know some other people have done it. Like I said, I've seen some you know, regular everyday folks who I follow on Instagram doing it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yo, y'all really don't understand like what could be at stake. Y'all flashing all this cash on the screen. Yeah. Especially, you know, hundreds and 50s. Yep. Like, where y'all getting all this from? Especially those of y'all who don't really work.
It's just for show. I heard, you know, well, I'm not going to say his name because, you know, he didn't know he was going to say it. But it was a brother who, you know him as well. But he said something that was I thought was profound. He said, this is your money, not show money. That's what his parents told him before he went out there and started to go try to flash it around. He said, no, yo, this is your money, not show money. And that kind of always stuck with me.
I like that.
Because think about it, when you do get a big old wad of money, you do want to be like, yo, let me show what I got. Let me show the bag. But as you know, that might not always be the smartest thing.
No, definitely not. And it's crazy because me personally, if I have something that I want to show off, it's definitely not going to be a wad of cash. I'm not walking around with bankrolls wrapped in rubber bands in my pocket like this fat. Hello. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Hello. Doing all of that foolishness or taking it out and...
Oh, yeah, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? I'm not... Like, why? Why would I do that?
It's to impress other people.
Listen, I ain't got time for all of that. I'm going to let my sneakers talk. You know how I am with that. Yeah. You know, eventually I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to let my car talk. Mm-hmm. I'm going to let where I stay talk. Like, all of that. Like, if you really want to see, like, the flexing that I'm probably going to be doing, it's not going to be intentional. It's going to be because I'm spending my money on things that I want and, like, it's, you know, some luxury stuff because I just want to live comfortably, or the trips that I'm taking, or the investments that I'm making. Like, that's how you're going to see me with my dough. I'm not walking around with a whole bunch of cash saying, hey, look at me. I'm taking pictures like this. Come rob me. Bruh. Please. Stupid. Come rob me.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
It's the era that we live in, though.
I don't know about y'all, but I know, like I said, Nick Cannon made a very valid point when he did this money challenge with the toilet paper. Mm-hmm. And he was spelling out, the IRS is watching. Oh, hell no. So...
He ain't lying.
Right, he definitely ain't lying. His caption on his Instagram under this picture said, y'all about to be in deep-ish. Money challenge. IRS is watching and you should be watching Nick Cannon show today to see what's popping. So that was a good plug, you know what I'm saying?
It was.
Shout out to Nick Cannon. But to Nick's point, the IRS is watching. Mm-hmm. And even Fat Joe had something to say about it. Mm-hmm. You know, Mr. Yesterday's Price is not today's price himself had something to say about it.
Yes, sir.
Y'all take a listen to this.
The greatest one was Nick Cannon.
I got it right here. That's what I'm about to talk about. Nick Cannon wrote it with paper toilet. He said the IRS is watching. Listen, guys, I dare you to to look down my Instagram or anywhere in social media and see if Fat Joe has ever pulled out a $100 bill. One! Find the one. And so these people, when they get caught, they ask themselves, damn, man, how did you told on yourself? You haven't had a legit job in your life. You writing your names with mountains of money. Is wrong with you? Nick Cannon said, IRS is watching. Mine. They don't gotta look far. In fact, all they gotta do is hashtag money challenge. All right, who's Loco 32? Who's John 43? Who's the OG Penny Loaf? Nigga, you gone. Like, I've never seen Brooklyn Babe on the check-in. No, I mean,
There's no explanation.
there's no explanation. Like, you got money, you got money. Cool, man. Don't do it to yourself. Let somebody catch you. Don't catch yourself.
So, Mike, what do you think about what Fat Joe had to say? Do you agree with him?
Most definitely. I do. I think when he said, go scroll down his own page and you won't even see him with one singular $100 bill.
Right.
And I think that's for good reasons. He's a very wise man. He's been in this industry for a long time. And clearly he knows something.
He does.
So clearly that's some knowledge that he's trying to spit to these young brothers and sisters who are out here putting the bag out there all on the gram and stuff like that just to get some likes or just to get the clout and whatever it is. I don't know. But yeah, I think that he's on to something. He's trying to tell y'all something.
Yeah, so it's up to y'all as to whether or not you're going to listen or not, like,
Yeah.
for real. Because you won't catch me flashing a whole bunch of money and taking pictures with it.
Yeah.
You know, I thought about doing it with pennies.
You stupid.
just to kind of take part of the challenge until I saw somebody else do it online. And I'm like, dang, he beat me to it.
Hey, they IRS still watching that too, though. Let me count how much change you got. Okay, he's supposed
Yo,
to
but I
have
have a legit 9 to 5. If I got pennies spread out all over the place,
Yo.
how you gonna tax me for some pennies, man?
They want it all, B.
Yo, y'all know Uncle Sam want to get his money
off
before
top.
we even see it.
I hope that everyone that is putting the money out there, that they are like being responsible as far as like paying their taxes and doing legal things with the money.
For
You
real.
know, I ain't here to judge. I'm just saying, I'm instructing you that you should do the right thing because you don't want that to come back on you.
Yeah, you definitely don't want feds busting in your door.
Yeah.
Like this is a 50 Cent 21 Questions music video with Making Good had to flush all of that down the toilet. You know what I'm saying? And they had to try to hide the cash or whatever.
Yeah. Or not even the feds, bro. Like, you can have people that you actually owe money to.
That too.
I remember I won't ever forget, bro. I lend somebody some money. They was like, man, I need some help right now. Like, I'm down bad right now. So I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, I got you. No problem. They was like, it's for the family. I need to buy my son or something like that some diapers. Of course, I'm gonna have compassion for my brother. I get on the gram a couple days later. I see this dude flexing like, yo, y'all thought I was broke out here in these streets, bro. Money ain't a thing to me. I say, yo, what? Are you serious? So, hey, look, man, just gotta be careful out here, man, because you never know who watching or who you owe money to. So,
Did he ever pay you back?
no, he never paid me back. But when stuff like that happens, man, I use it as a lesson of, that just shows me I shouldn't have been messing with you anyways.
Bro, you better than me. I would have kicked in that door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say everything that I would have done because we live on the air, but let's just say I would have started with kicking in that door. Put
Man,
it that way.
It's crazy because, he's not even the only person that does owe me some money. And I just look at it like, I will receive that money. If it may not be from that person, but it's going to come back to me in a certain way. I truly don't think that you can go and do wrong to people and just think that that's it. Nah, it's going to come back on you in a certain way that you ain't even think about. And I believe that everything will be made right as far as what I've owed as well.
You better than me, man.
Yeah, man. It does take a lot of patience. It definitely takes a lot of patience. I definitely have thought about doing it. But, hey, I'm not going to do that, man.
Depending on how much dough it was, I'm saying, boy, I'll be the feds for the day.
But you always have a sense of control because it's always hanging over the back of their head. For some reason, people know when they owe. I would hope so. But people know when they owe.
You over there dropping bars.
People know when they owe. I would hope so.
Really hope so.
Because they don't act the same. They tend to avoid you. They tend to have a shame upon themselves. And trust me, that's why I know it's like, okay, you do me wrong, but I guarantee you when I see you, you gonna be trying to hide from me. I'm not gonna have to hide from you, and I'm gonna straight up ask you like, hey, what's up? You got that? Because I'm never gonna forget. I might be cool. I might play it nice, but I'm never gonna forget. So I ain't gotta run up on you.
That's what's up.
I ain't gotta do that.
Hey yo, let me get like $20 real quick.
I got you, man. But now I'm signing contracts. Now I'm putting it on paper now. From now on.
Damn.
But nah, just careful who you lend out money to, man.
Well, that's a valuable lesson, man. Because when it comes to money, you can lose it and gain it back.
Yes.
Either the money that you loaned out, or you can gain way more back.
Yeah.
Or you can lose way more than you have.
Oh, big facts.
This next story I want to jump into. YouTuber Tasha K.
Oh my God!
Now, for those of y'all watching and listening to us, I don't know if you guys know who Tasha K is. I've heard of her before because I've been on the YouTube scene for, years. One thing I can say that I've respected Tasha K for the most was single-handedly bringing down Derek Jackson.
He needs some milk.
But Tasha K did what she had to do to shine a light on his foolishness, and he has yet to recover from that to the fullest extent. But kudos to Tasha K on that. However, this situation right here, man, I think she thought that she was going to get the same type of, same type of praise, for everything that she did in causing Derek Jackson's downfall, so to speak, with Cardi B. She tried it, and it wasn't so successful this time around, because I guess since like 2019 or so, she's been saying certain things about Cardi regarding things that she used to do when she was a dancer. For those of y'all who don't know, Cardi used to be an exotic dancer before she was a rapper.
Correct.
She was an exotic dancer turned reality TV star turned rapper. And Tasha K was saying that she used to do certain things when she was an exotic dancer. And then she alleged that Cardi used to do hard drugs. Then said that Cardi contracted an STD, incurable STD at that. And it's just been going on for a long time. So Cardi hit her with a cease and desist order and was like, yo, you better cut this out. You better stop it, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not playing with you. And Tasha didn't give up. So, fast forward to 2022, there was a civil lawsuit that Cardi just won against Tasha K. And it is reported that Tasha K now owes Cardi B $3.8 million.
Oh my God!
Good Lord. Just give me $1 million. Wow.
$3.8 million.
Wow.
She has to pay $1 million for pain and suffering, $1.3 million in lawyer fees, $1 million in punitive damages, and another $500,000 in punitive damages from her LLC. I think it's KB Studios or Kebi Studios. Her last name, I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's her LLC, her media company, I believe. And yeah, that's a lot of money.
That is, bro. Like, I don't know how much she brings in yearly, so I mean, can't really count nobody's pockets, but because I'm pretty sure. Okay, so they do have the lawyer fees in there as well, but what about her own lawyer fees? I'm pretty sure she had to pay the people.
I'm sure she has to pay that too, but the money that I just mentioned, that's being reported that's what she owes Cardi.
Oh my gosh.
There's no telling how much she owes to her own lawyer.
Ooh. Yeah, bruh. I do remember when they brought up the whole like STD thing, and then Cardi B had to go get tested, and they found out that she didn't even have the disease or whatever that she was stating that she did have, and it's like I don't know where you kind of stand at that point, because apparently she was still pushing even after that. So I mean, you can't fight the test. If the test say you ain't got it, you ain't got it.
That's true.
So where are you getting your information from? Why is she trying to go so hard at her, though?
I don't know. Probably, like I said, probably because she thought she was going to get the same outcome from what happened with Derrick Jackson. Now, granted, everything that happened with Derrick Jackson was last year in 2021. This with Cardi has been going on for years. So you just never know, what was going on in her head at the time.
Right.
She has 995,000 subscribers on YouTube as we're recording this right now, right? 995,000 subscribers. Lord only knows how many subscribers she had back then, but still, you're almost at 1 million. Yeah. Right? Now, we don't really know how much YouTube is paying, especially at almost 1 million subscribers. But I'm sure she's making some money off of it, like a good chunk of change.
Of course.
Off of, all them subs.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's anywhere near 3.8 mil.
Nah, I don't think so either. Man, I mean, well, I would hope that she would know what she's getting herself into as far as going through the litigation system and, going up against a rapper who is pretty known right now in the industry.
Yeah.
Who clearly has money. So my guess is that she had to know, hey, this is the potential outcome from this. So let me make sure I got some money saved up.
Yeah.
Because think about it. I mean, if me and you right now was trying to go sue somebody, we're gonna consider the cost of what that may cost of a lawyer and everything before we actually go in through it.
I'll tell you right now, I ain't got it. Right now. Me right now, I ain't got it.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna. Nah, brother, we can talk about it. If we got a problem, we can talk about it.
We can talk it out. I ain't suing you right now.
But man, I hope that they get whatever resolved, because apparently she's gonna appeal the whole decision.
Shoot, if I had to pay somebody 3.8 milli, I would try to appeal as hard as possible.
But my guess is, okay, so now isn't that gonna draw out the process even more?
Yeah.
Be more money?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe she just needs some more time to rack up some more dough.
Well, Lord only knows, because after the court hearing last week, she put up a tweet that said, "My husband, attorneys, and I fought really hard. I want to thank them for their long hours and sleepless nights. Winos, it's only up from here. See y'all in a few days. Back to work." Yeah, you definitely got to go back to work, because you got to make this money to pay this woman and her lawyers and your own lawyer.
Yeah.
Now, I know she's married with 2 kids. I don't know how much money her husband makes. I don't know if her husband's planning on helping her with this lawsuit. I mean, I'm sure he is, but dang.
Yeah.
3.8 million.
And I want to know what was the, like, what is your goal from this? That's what I would want to know. Like, what is the goal from all of this? Is it just to say, hey, I got her, see, she was wrong, and then what?
Right.
So, I mean, I understand if you have a clear intent with Derrick Jackson. Clearly you knew something went right, you exposed him. Hey, cool, kudos, you got that. But what is this thing with Cardi B so much that you're willing to go this far in debt? Well, I ain't gonna say. Like I said, I can't count nobody's pockets. I don't know what she got.
Correct.
But you're willing to forego that amount of money. Because that, bro, 3.8? You know we can do with 3.8 right now?
Boy.
For $500K, bro, we can go make some moves right now, bro. What I'm just saying, like.
Yo.
But yeah, I hope they figure that out. I hope something happens. I don't know what happens, but I hope something happens.
Well, clearly something did happen. But what, you hoping for a different outcome?
I mean, I don't want to see nobody go in debt, though, for that. So.
But in all honesty, brother, you can't go barking up the wrong tree, man.
That's true.
Not only that, it's like you reap what you sow.
You're right, and you're right about that. That I cannot, let go of the actions that she has taken for that. So, that does have repercussions behind it. You are completely right about that one.
I can only imagine what was going on in Derrick Jackson's head when he found out about this.
Man.
Like, oh, that's what you get.
Oh, yeah.
Karma's something else.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen, quit while you're ahead. Please.
No.
Quit while you're ahead. And if somebody warns you not to try them, it's probably best that you listen. Because you don't know what they're fully capable of.
Yeah.
You just don't.
That's true.
Don't try them.
That is true.
Unless you know for a fact that you can win.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, if you know, like, without a doubt in your mind that you can win, don't just try nobody.
Because when that judge makes that decision, ain't nothing you can do after that.
Right. Except for try to appeal. And even then, it's not even a guarantee.
Nope. But, like you were saying, quit while you ahead. And I know somebody who's doing that right now. And he has been ahead. He has been the lead of quarterbacks for a long time.
Long time.
Before I was born. Or maybe when I was a little baby at least. But we're talking about Tom Brady, ladies and gentlemen. The GOAT, the myth, the man who really wasn't even looked at as that great of a quarterback when he first started, believe it or not. And who has risen to the top, man.
Yo, how many rings does this man have?
He has 5 Super Bowl rings, 3-time NFL MVP, 15-time Pro Bowler, and an NFL record for all of that. Like, he has the most out of anybody for that. So, this man...
So, would you consider him the Jordan of football?
Most definitely. Oh, most definitely. Easy. There's nobody touching that. Like, he has carved out a place for himself. Like, before this man was even out of the league, you know he's a Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. That's how you know you've done something. So, now, granted, it's still in the air. They said he's announced his retirement, but, you know, sometimes people will say that, and then they really still be on the fence. So, I'm gonna keep hope alive to maybe think he gonna come back for one more season.
Again, like Jordan. How many times did that man retire?
Exactly. So, but as of right now, they are saying that he is going to announce his retirement and his future plans on after he retires. But, man, you cannot just go away without, just talking about what this man has done.
Yeah.
So, shouts out to him. I'm pretty sure he's a little salty that they lost recently. But I can't talk. My team did, too.
Yo, but real talk, man. Like, at his first season with the Bucks, what happened?
Oh, the man got him a chip, bro.
You know, like, he went from New England to Florida and still got a ring.
Yeah. Like, and to a team that, bro, let's just be honest, nobody really wasn't looking at the Bucks like that.
No.
They weren't thinking they was going to go to get a chip. Like, come on, bro.
How many people can do that?
Not many. You gotta have a certain mentality and a skill set that is unmatched. So...
Now, just on an athletic level, I mean, like, the only person who I've seen personally do that in sports was
Lebron James.
When he took his talents to Miami.
Yes.
As soon as he went to the Heat, they was winning championships.
This is true.
What, they had like 2 back-to-back when he got there?
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that shows you just the person. It's something about that person and the leadership that they bring is unmatched to anybody else.
Yeah.
You can call that man the GOAT. He is the GOAT. For those of y'all that don't know, that means greatest of all time. I just want to throw that out there. A couple people may not know what the acronym means. Maybe think I'm actually saying
he's probably
GOAT.
Like, GOAT?
Greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time.
But, man, like, if anything or anyone is of action, it should be that man. And I think that should be our topic. Like, that should be something that we should tell people more about, is the power of action.
Action?
Action.
As in, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, get through the chopper!
Hey, stupid. He did what he had to do, right?
That wasn't my best Arnold impersonation.
That wasn't bad, though. That wasn't bad.
Like, I've done better, but that was just... It's flu season, y'all. I'm going to blame it on how cold it is in here. Y'all don't know how cold it is in here.
Yeah, that's why I do have one.
That's why this man got a jacket and a hoodie.
I do. He's not lying. But yeah, man, action. I don't think we break down just the word of action or the importance of it. But before I get into really action and what it means, I wanted to like talk about what the law of diminishing intent is. So basically, definition for it is the longer you wait to do something you should do now, the greater odds that you would never actually do it. And I think when it comes to action, too many times we fall into this. Like, for example, have you ever had a great idea, or you was just sitting and you got so inspired to do something or just think of something, and you was like, man, yo, this can be it. This is going to change the world. This is going to make me a lot of money, or whatever it is. And then you didn't necessarily do it. And the initial inspiration that you had when you first got it, it just wasn't as strong later on. Have you ever had that happen to you before?
Yes, I have. Countless times.
Man.
To the point to where now if I have those ideas, I write them down. That way, I mean, like I'll pull out my phone, jot it in the notepad or whatever.
Yes.
And then if I forget later on, like I'll just revisit it. Like I'll look at it again as I'm scrolling through my notes, because I always take notes for the podcast. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm always looking in my notes section. And then I'll be like, yo, I remember that idea. And all of a sudden, that feeling that I had back then when I had that initial idea just comes back. It sparks. So, yeah, I've been doing that lately, but I can't say that I've been doing that for however many long I've been having these ideas.
But no, that's good, though. That to me, shown that first you might have not identified it as diminishing intent, but you identified, man, hold on now. I need to start doing this because it's just not as strong as when I first got it if I don't write it down or if I don't acknowledge it in that way. And I think that's just what I'm trying to get people to see, is that you get these ideas and you get this inspiration, and I don't think it comes from nowhere. I think it comes from a place of something within inside of you that you should act on. If you don't, you can miss out on something that honestly can change the world or change yourself.
Right.
So I was listening to this little talk that, like an interview talk that somebody was having. And this lady said, she was like, study shows that you have about maybe 10 to 15 seconds to act on a particular thought, or whether it be maybe an inspiration that you have, before it slowly starts to go away. So for instance, like let's just say you wanted to work out. You was like, man, I'm gonna work out today, or I want to get up to go work out. But then you get on Instagram, you start scrolling a little bit, and then after a while, that sudden surge that you wanted to just get up and do it, it's just not as strong as it was
15 seconds ago. Yeah.
So it's just I've personally have had this happen to me so many times where I've thought of something so good, man. I was like, man, yo, I can't wait to say this. I know this gonna impact somebody, and I just didn't get up and do it, and then I'm like, dang. It's kind of too late now. I don't really want to say it no more.
Yep.
And it's like, you don't think about that, but that could have really helped somebody.
It's kind of like content that we want to put out every once in a while, or at least that I know that I want to put out every once in a while. Like, remember that video that we shot weeks ago where I was like, you know what? We both got off of work. It's like, yo, Mike, we got to do a video on this ASAP.
Yeah.
Like, there have been multiple times where I wanted to do that. And it, just like, you know what, I never called you, I never, none of that, and it was just like, you know what, it's not that important. So many other people have talked about it already, we're gonna be the last ones, blah blah blah, like, nah, forget about it. And then we end up not doing it, and we end up missing out on a potential opportunity to make sure that our voice is heard by more people.
Yeah, that's real talk. And it's crazy how that happens. Like, I remember when I first started, like, just recording videos of myself trying to encourage people, there would be so many times where I'd be like, man, nobody don't want to hear this.
Right.
I'm not even going to waste my time putting this out there. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody else is thinking the same thing, and they done already said it. But, dude, if I had not started even just opening my mouth, bro, we wouldn't even be here. Because
right.
I wouldn't have gotten to that place of even wanting to speak to people. But it amazes me because it's like now, going forward, I mean, I've had countless people tell me, hey, yo, you said some real stuff, or, yo, what you said inspired me, it made me think this way, or I told somebody this who was going through that, and it helped them, and it's like a cycle. Or, for instance, like I said, it brought us here to this point,
to
where now we're doing something that's impacting the world because I didn't listen to myself, or I acted on the thought that I had. So, man, I think taking action should be something that we all should take serious. And so, B, what would you say is a way that we can teach people how to take action, or how to get out of that place of not, acting on these certain thoughts or feelings that we may have in a moment?
One thing I would highly recommend in this situation, and I thought about this when you brought up the Instagram example, I would say surround yourself with people who are action takers, or follow some people online who are action takers. For example, with that gym example that you dropped, like you wake up in the morning, it's like, I'm going to work out today.
Yeah.
Right? I have a fitness Instagram that I log on to every once in a while, that I use for motivation and stuff, especially, recently because I'm working on getting smaller. You feel me? But like when I wake up in the morning, instead of going on like my normal Instagram, my regular everyday Instagram, or even the podcast Instagram account, I'll log into my fitness Instagram account, where I follow so many different people who are involved in fitness, to where it's like, yo, if I said I was going to wake up and go to the gym and I'm like watching these people on IG, if I just happen to roll over and look at IG, I'm looking at, yo, this person, 6-pack abs, like ripped, you know what I'm saying? Like he's doing this routine. Okay, maybe this is something I could try.
Yeah.
These women also in the gym, like hitting it heavy. It's like, yo, he's fit, she's fit, they're doing these workouts. This is something I can implement. And then I hype myself back up again. It's like, yo, you know what? Instead of me being lazy, sitting here watching other people get results from working out, let me go and get my own results from working out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think can definitely get people at least motivated to take action. Constantly looking at people who are action takers, or surrounding yourself by people who are action takers. Because again, like I said before, you're the sum of the 5 friends that you hang around with, or the sum of however many people you hang around with, right? If you hang around 5 wealthy friends, you're going to be the 6th one.
Right.
They're going to force you to elevate. If you hang around 5 broke friends, you're going to be the 6th broke friend.
True talk.
They're not going to force you to do anything except stay where you are.
Yep, that's true.
So
that is true. No, I think you made an extremely valid point right there. So I think, first and foremost, y'all take heed to that and understand that that's important to know and to implement into your life. And to just piggyback off of what you're saying, I would just say, dude, learn to be decisive. If you're gonna do something, just make that decision right there to do it. Don't even overthink, because a lot of times when we overthink about the situation, that's when it tends to be like, I don't know, should I do it? Should I not do it? Like, I'm gonna use a small example of this is kind of silly, but in the morning time, right? I be wanting to eat breakfast, but I'm like, oh man, I'm not gonna have the time to. And it's just, I've gotten to the point where I stopped doing that. I just start the breakfast. And when I started making it and I started cooking it, and by the time I'm done, I'm like, oh shoot, I actually had more time than what I thought I did. So it's just literally just by me, not even just thinking about it, I'm just doing it. If I want breakfast, I'm going to make it. I'm going to have enough time in the end. Now that's a very small example, but you can use that in whatever you do. Just do it. Just get up and just take action to do it. Like, imagine if, bro, when we said we wanted to start this podcast, and we was just hesitant on when we was going to start it. We was like, should we do it?
We practically were, because we didn't start till like 7 or 8 months later.
That's true. But
imagine if we started right then and there when we had that initial thought.
It probably would have sucked pretty bad.
Bruh.
It would have sucked.
Dang, you ain't got no confidence in us, man.
Nah, who knows what we would have been, honestly, though. I mean, of course, you always suck in the beginning, though. You get better over time, though.
Yo, because our first episode, even though it's the most watched and most listened to episode, I mean, I look at that one, and then I look at the last 2 or 3 episodes we've done, and I'm like, yo, we've actually come a long way.
Oh, most definitely. And that's you just said a key right there. As you go, you're gonna grow.
Yeah.
And I think that's another thing that action actually gives you. You have growth, and when you're growing, you're happy. If that makes any sense. Like, think about when you're working out, right? And you're starting to see those subtle changes. It's something in you that's like, whoa, this is working. Like, I'm doing the right thing. I'm happy. I'm getting bigger. I'm losing weight. And it's something, I guess the endorphins inside of you tend to go off, but you feel better about yourself. So that's what another thing I think when you take action, it brings happiness because you're growing in the moment. Because you're figuring it out along the way.
You are. And that's, it's important, man. Like, when you get to that final goal that you have set out, like after taking action, like you look back and you're like, man, I started here, but I went all the way over here. Now that I'm here, it's like, yo, I've come a long way. But not only that, like I've done so much in between.
Yeah.
Like we said, when it comes to focusing on the journey, like however many episodes ago that was, like, don't focus on where you want to be in 6 months or where you want to be in a year, 5 years, 10 years. Take time to focus on, you know, the steps that it takes to get to those milestones.
Yes.
So even as an action taker, like, I mean, you ain't got to be great to start, but you got to start to be great.
Yes, sir.
Right? You have to do something. You have to take action.
Yep.
So as an action taker, man, you're going to look back when you get to a certain point and you're going to say, wow, I've come so far. I've done so much. I've changed so much. I've grown so much. Whether that's mentally, physically, financially, whateverly you want to associate with this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've grown a ton.
Yes, sir. And that's real talk.
And it'll be worth it.
Yes, sir. And, dude, when I tell you, amongst all the millionaires that I personally know, that is one of the biggest things that I watch them do. Like, these millionaires I know, bro, they don't waste time thinking about, oh, should I do this or should I not do this? No, it's like, all right, what are we doing? Okay, let's do it now. What do we have to do it? Okay, let's get it done now. It is such a decisiveness about them when they say, hey, we're going to do this, it's going to get done. And it's like they're not worried about if it will work or if it won't work, because guess what? They use both of them as a learning lesson. If it works, cool, great. I'm glad I did it. If it doesn't work, hey, what did we do wrong in the midst of trying to get this done right? And they learn from that right there, and then they just continue to grow. And it's something about just being decisive that I can't really explain what it is, but it's a part of these wealthy people that, you know, we look up to, these rich people that we look up to, that it does something for us.
And you know what's funny?
What's up?
You brought up a good point where even if you are not successful, or even if a millionaire is not successful in doing what he or she set out to do, they're going to learn from it. They're going to figure out where they went wrong so that next time they take action, you know, if it's anywhere remotely similar to how they were trying to do it last time, they grow from it and they're successful this time. Right? A millionaire once taught me that if you're going to fail, fail forward.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Fail forward.
That's good.
We, as normal, everyday people, we look at failure and we think failure is a bad thing. It really isn't. Failure is something that you can grow from, especially if you fail forward. Now, if you fail, I guess in this situation, I'll say if you fail backward or you fail in the same spot, like you're not moving anywhere. Kind of like the saying, you take 2 steps forward, but 3 steps back, you know, like something like that. I tend to learn a lot from my mistakes and learn a lot from my failures, to the point to where if I'm failing at anything, I'm always going to excel no matter what.
Got to.
Think of it like riding a bike. When we're kids, we ride bikes with training wheels until we learn how to take the training wheels off and ride a bike without training wheels on at all. How many times do we fall and bust our behind before we actually get to ride our bikes without training wheels?
Too many times.
Yeah.
You forget about how many times you don't fail.
Yeah.
But you get back up.
You get back up and you keep moving forward. That's failing forward.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I think that's going to be the topic of today's episode.
Failing forward.
Fail forward.
I like that.
You know, it's just out of everything that all of these people who we talked about today have done. I mean, even going as far back as like the money challenge, right?
Yeah.
Some of these people are going to have to learn a lesson the hard way, right? With the IRS watching, so on and so forth. If they get in trouble, then they're going to have to learn that lesson and not do this dumb stuff again. That's failing forward.
Right.
Tasha K, she's going to have to learn to not do something like this again unless you have solid, concrete facts. That's failing forward. If she learns from it and can take this lesson learned or take this situation here and it'll only propel herself even further.
Yeah.
You know, more subscribers, more money, more. I mean, like more people know about her now, so that's something,
That
right?
true.
If you're gonna fail forward.
No,
Don't be complacent in where you're at. Don't not learn from your mistakes. Fail forward, get up, keep it pushing.
I agree wholeheartedly with that one. And I think, well, I won't put this all on the school system, but I think the school system is a kind of a reason as to why we're afraid to fail. Because think about it, in school, you don't want to fail no test.
No.
That's the last thing you want to do.
Right.
You don't want to have no F, because guess what? You can't really continue on forward. But if you get into the real world, failing is not a bad thing.
True.
Failing is you're growing. It's okay to make mistakes, but we've been groomed to think that you don't need to make no mistakes. You're supposed to get this right. I need straight A's. I need that 4.0. You know, you need to pass everything. But no, bro, that's not how life really is.
No, it's not.
You're gonna have to take some things where you learn from. So I think that's a major key, B, as what you said, to fail forward and to learn from the mistakes as you go along. But then a fool, I guess, don't learn from the mistakes and keep making the same mistakes.
Stupid.
You ain't really learning then.
That's on them. Yeah, you're not learning at all. So, you know, to them fools out there, I mean, especially if you're listening to us, don't be that fool. Please do not be that fool.
Nah, please don't. Please don't. For real. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you know, take action. That's what we want to get implanted in your brains, yo. Just to take action, be decisive. Don't be afraid to fail. And if you fail forward, like B said.
Most definitely.
Don't hesitate. Whenever you get that inspiration, that great idea, that thing to work out, yo, act on it. Just go for it. Worry about all those things that come to your mind as to why you shouldn't do it or whatever. Worry about that as you're doing it. Because we're going to realize that half the time your mind's just coming up with some negative excuse not to do it. Or some reason that you can't do it. Don't listen to that. Just keep going. For real. Oh, write it down too, like B said.
Yeah. Make sure you write it down, because if you don't, you're going to forget.
Right.
You only retain a certain percentage of the information that you hear. So if you don't write it down, you're not going to retain all that information. Like, I can give you the whole lecture right now. Or even as an example, this episode. Y'all listening to this episode right now, if you haven't taken notes on anything that we've said, like, we have notes in front of us, right?
Yeah.
Y'all haven't taken notes on anything that we've said. 9 times out of 10, after you stop listening to this episode, after this episode is over, you're not going to remember half the things we talked about. Just take notes. That's all I want to say. Like, make sure you take notes so that you can retain more of the information that you hear. All right?
Yes, sir.
So, Mike, with that being said, brother, what time is it?
It is the time where we go over the amazing answers that y'all have given us throughout the week that we love to hear from y'all.
Oh, so much. So, before we get into the answers of the week from last week, Mike, what was the question of the week?
So the question from the previous week was, if you had no money to give to anyone, what type of value would you give instead?
That was a good one.
It was.
So before we get into the answers, I would like to go ahead and give our own answers.
Let's do it.
You ready for it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so my answer, instead of being able to give anybody money, like if I didn't have any money at all, I feel like my mind is very valuable, not only to me, but to anybody else who is around me. So I can definitely drop some gems on a fly. Like, for example, today's episode, you know this, and at least I know one other person who's listening and watching us knows this, because I told her. I had nothing for today. Nothing. I had no idea what we were going to talk about at all. And out of nowhere, just like, what did you say when I showed you what I had written down? You have something.
Yeah.
You know, you have something. Like, let's go ahead and build off of this.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So we built off of it. You had something great that you just came up with on the fly.
On the fly. On the fly. For real.
Like, none of this was really planned, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this was all on the fly.
Yeah.
And I think it worked out pretty well, because not only are we teaching them something, but we learned something as well. I know I learned something.
Oh, me too. Most
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? So I would say what I have to give is just knowledge, gems, the jewels that I'm going to drop on y'all when I want to just teach.
Yes.
Because I know I have something to give. Like Most Def said, my Umi said, shine your light on the world. I have a light that I know I can shine on the world. So that's what I will give.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Shine, my brother. Let it shine, my brother. Nah, that's good. I like that, B. I like that. So my answer would be, if I had no money to give to anyone, what type of value? I think for me, I just got to go with what's in me, right? So y'all know, I think I probably said it in the past, I feel like I have a gift of positivity, and I would just give people encouragement. I think that I would find some way to go out in the world and just find all depressed people, find people that's mentally going through things, and just, finding life really hard, and just try to find a positive that's in their lives. Because sometimes I feel like when you're going through a rough time, all you can see is that rough time.
Right.
So I would basically try to dissect their lives and just look at it from a different perspective and show them, hey, you still got something. Just like how you said when we was looking at the episode, you thought, man, we ain't really got much, but I'm looking at it from a different perspective. Man, we got something.
Yeah.
Let's build off of that. So I would just take, man, whatever place that they're in their lives, man, and just try to just give them something, or show them actually something that's already within their lives, to just show them that, hey, you have something to work with. There's more to life. And, yeah, man, just give them some form of encouragement in that way.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
So let's get into these answers from you beautiful people.
Yes, sir.
Starting with, Am I in the Wrong Room? Shout out to Kimberly for Am I in the Wrong Room podcast.
That's a dope name.
Yeah. Her podcast is pretty cool. Like, if y'all haven't listened to it yet, I would highly recommend that you check it out. Sometimes the topics can be pretty heavy because she has been through a lot. But I will say, definitely listen to her podcast if you want to get some value, like some great value. Like, Kimberly has a lot to offer.
No doubt.
So definitely check out her podcast. But she said that she has time, acts of service, and listen to them or share encouragement.
Nah,
That's what she would have to give.
I can feel that. I feel that.
Next came from my former coworker, Deja. She said, acts of services, my time, and being present at any given time, or support and or advice on a matter.
I dig it.
Yes, sir. DG Arts said, teach them what I know. For example, I taught my gal about crypto, NFTs, and graphic design. Those are what I do, and I taught it to her. I might not be able to satisfy her every needs, but at least she can grow financially with me.
I feel that.
Those are keys.
Yeah, for real, man.
I like that. I really like that.
That can help create generational wealth.
Yes, sir. Nizzy Naya said, joy. I think light and laughter is essential to living a happy life. That can make the difference in someone's day, so I always want to give them a reason to smile. That kind of ties back into what I said.
Yeah.
My Umi says, shine your light on the world.
Yeah.
If you have light to give to people, shine it, man.
Real talk.
You never know who needs it.
Don't sit under a bucket.
Wait, what?
They typically say, don't sit your light up under a bucket because you can't see under a bucket.
Oh,
So it's like, let
I've
your
never
light
heard
shine.
that before.
Yeah, man. Don't sit under a bucket.
Okay.
So yeah, man. Let it shine.
Interesting.
You want me to sing the song again?
No. How I go from Most Def Umi says and you singing
Hey, man.
Let It Shine?
Let it shine, man.
April's Corner said, I will say that I would have to give the value of partnership and support. If there is no money to give, at least I can give you the value of having somebody there to help you along the way with anything in terms of love, encouragement, keeping your spirit energy up, and someone that you know that you can lean on in all times of trauma. Sometimes money doesn't always solve the issue. Sometimes people just need that one person they know that they can count on, and that's me.
That's good.
That was great. Support is always needed.
Yes, it is. It really is.
So, those are the answers of the week from last week's question of the week.
Yeah, man.
So definitely shout out to all of you beautiful people who responded, and we greatly appreciate it as always. And for this next question of the week, you guys already know how you can respond. We'll definitely put it on our Instagram. So if you're not following us, be sure to follow us on IG at Residual Impact Podcast, or you can follow us individually at Brandon.geo.
Or you can follow me at J_Mike Moore on all platforms.
There you go. But you can definitely hit us up on IG. So for the question of the week for this week, we have, drum roll please, what would you do differently if you knew nobody would judge you?
I like this question. I really do.
Do you have an answer already?
I'm not gonna give it right now. I have a initial thought, but I feel like it'll change because I really want to sit down and think about it. But
Me too.
I just really like the question.
It's an interesting one.
It is. Because first it makes you think. Okay, we sitting here. We do think about what people think about us.
Yeah.
So we kind of adjust. So.
Like, I'm sure some people would pick their nose in public if they knew nobody would judge
Oh
them.
heck yeah, man.
So
Scratching, probably.
pulling out wedgies.
No telling what it is.
But some people do that in public anyway.
Oh, that's true too. They don't care.
No. No shame in their game.
At all. So, man, I'm interested to hear what these answers are going to be on this one.
I am too. This is definitely a good one. So, yeah. Y'all know how to get at us.
Yes, sir. And we always appreciate that too as well, for real.
So, this has been a very good episode. Like,
Yeah.
surprisingly. Again, we had nothing.
We did.
And we turned it into something.
Yes, sir.
That's just how we operate.
Yes, sir.
I really thought this one was going to be a failure. Like, I'm not going to cap.
We don't
I thought
fail.
this, you're right. We don't. And if we do, we fail forward.
Come on.
You already know.
You know. That's what we do, man.
So,
Nah, man. We did good. I think we did good. Come on, it's Jordan. This is Jordan's episode right here.
I thought it was our episode.
Well, I mean, but, Jordan is...
So, are we going to say the same thing when we get to 45?
Dang, he do got 45 too. Maybe we'll cross that road when we get there. What
about LeBron? This is his number 2.
Yeah, but LeBron though, he in a class of his own. Hey, speaking of LeBron is about to become the all-time leading scorer. I just found that out.
Wow.
He's very close. So shout out to LeBron. I really respect that brother.
Maybe we'll be reporting on that the next episode.
Possibly. He's close. Maybe not the next one. I don't think it'll be that close. But,
You're right.
But yeah, shout out to 23. Okay, this is our episode. It's mine. Not yours, Jordan. But yeah, man.
So what, is next episode Kobe's episode?
I mean, it could be. It's only right. Mamba mentality.
Bruh.
Okay, no.
I mean, we could have done 8 as Kobe's episode. We could have done 6 as LeBron's.
Okay, we're not going to... Nobody... This is us. The Residual Impact podcast episodes. Nobody else's.
Okay, bet. So, with that being said... Thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 23 of the Residual Impact Podcast. We greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. And you know that we cannot leave without saying...
Where you are today is the residual outcome of the thoughts that you have had in the past.
Straight like that.
Can't be said no other way.
Till next time.
Peace.